I feel like I'm really on a mission now. After having conversations with many of you in the comments, as we've been talking about retirement, Gen X women, and we are various degrees of readiness for retirement. And one of the biggest things sort of hanging over our head right now is how financially ready are we? And how financially ready will we be, if at all? Like all of those conversations, and it's all happening. And one of the things that's happened as a result is I feel more determined than ever to figure this out and to share it with you as we figure it out. Figure out how do we not only have the most joyful, meaningful life now as we approach retirement years, but then when we get to that point, whatever it may look like, that we are ready for it and we don't have this dark cloud of financial instability hanging over us. So I have 5 things that we need to do, all of us, and I'm in progress with these. I'm in the process, so we can work on it together. And then I'm going to give you a bonus one at the end, too. So the first thing is making sure that we have financial clarity. And I'm not just talking about a financial planner. I'm talking about being really clear with what is it that we're preparing for? What does that picture look like? What do we need to live on? What do we need to survive? What do we need to have our lifestyle be beyond just survival? What are the numbers? And do we understand the ins and outs of that? And have we started to become familiar with it? Do we understand how Social Security works, what it will do, what it won't do, the pros and cons of taking it early or waiting and taking it later, like all of that? Do we have a full understanding of, are we investing appropriately? Are we investing enough? Like all the whole financial picture. Speaking for myself, and I know many of you can relate, I don't like looking at it because it doesn't look as pretty as I'd like it to look. And it causes me anxiety to think about digging into it. Ironically, when I do dig into it, I feel less anxious. Even if the numbers still aren't where I want them to be, at least they feel like more tangible, more real. And I can do something. If I have something tangible and concrete that I'm working towards, I can do something about that, as opposed to this overarching, just general black cloud of mess, right? So get financially clear. Consult the experts. I'm not going to help you with that part because I'm so far from an expert, but find an expert and help yourself get super, super clear. Number 2, and this is one that I have been putting a lot of effort in these last few years: multiple streams of income. I don't care if you're still in your 9 to 5 job. I don't care if you're still in your well-paying corporate executive role. I don't care if you're running a business, a super successful business that's taking all of your time. I don't care. I don't care. Maybe you're doing none of those things. You want to start thinking about multiple streams of income. Most likely, our retirement as Gen X women is not going to look like our parents or our grandparents. It's not going to mean stop generating income completely. We will most likely need to still be generating an income of some sort. So think about what can you do? What can you do to bring in income as you age, as you get older? And what are things that you can do that would earn income that aren't reliant on you being as healthy and nimble and active as you once were? So what can you do from home? or what can you do passively? The whole passive income thing that was a big phrase used a lot. I'm not a huge fan of it because you got to do a lot of work to really create passive income. There are so many ways to do it. You can start getting ideas just on this channel, on this platform, YouTube. I'm generating income now with these videos. Now it's not completely passive because it's requiring effort, but as long as my videos live on, and as long as they're providing value, they will generate income. So that's one possibility. There's so many different ways to do it. I used ChatGPT, and a few weeks ago I asked Chat, and my ChatGPT knows a lot of what I've been working on. Like, she really knows the ins and outs of my businesses and the services that I provide and my corporate background and all my hurdles. She really knows a lot of what I've been doing. And I asked her, what would it take for me to generate X amount of money in income this year in 2026? And I put a number that was meaningful to me. It's a number higher than I've achieved before, but not so ridiculously high that it seems like, crazy. And she broke it down step by step. You need to do this. You can get this amount of money from this amount from this amount. Like, it really, she just took me through what my whole business model could look like. And while it wasn't 1,000% accurate, there were things I'm like, well, I really couldn't do that for that. It sparked ideas, and it sparked my urgency. It sparked me to figure out how I can intentionally set things up so that I'm shooting for a certain end goal, like a certain goal of what I'm trying to build within my business. But within my business, I'm working to create multiple streams of income and have multiple different ways that I have money coming in. That's going to set me up for my pre-retirement and into my retirement. Action number 3, keep up with technology. Keep up with technology. Yeah. When was the last time you learned a new platform? Or learned a new tech feature that came out, updated your learning on something, learned something new about some of the technology that you already have, staying current on that, learning about different tools, tech tools, online tools. And I think it's important for us as we age to continue to stay on it. Now, I see what not doing that has done to the people older than I am. And even ones older than I am that were relatively tech savvy when technology first kind of kicked in, because they didn't keep up, it got really stressful and difficult for them after time. And those that were not that tech savvy, I see the stress and the frustration and how it really drags them down, because, sad to say, the world is not built for us older people who don't have an extremely firm grasp on technology and what it does and what it can do. I mean, we are Gen X. Like, we were part of the development and rollout of a ton of this stuff, most of it, right? So as it continues to evolve and go in new directions, we need to do our best to stay on top of it. I mentioned in a previous video how the last few years I have self-educated on so much new technology. I've learned video editing through different tools. I've learned digital content creation, podcast production, instructional design. I've learned like 2 or 3 different design tools, So keeping it sharp and learning that it's gonna benefit you with the multiple streams of income. It's gonna help you stay sharp, and it's going to reduce your stress later. Trust me, you're gonna thank me for that. Number 4, AI. I mentioned how I've been using AI. I think I've been using AI probably more than the average off the street Gen X person, but way less than those that are fully embracing AI. So like I'm somewhere in that middle, and I want to continue to learn it. Yes, there's a lot about it that I am fearful of, upset about, uh, all the things, but I don't want to shut it out. It's not going away. So we don't want to be left behind. We need to stay on top of how it looks like and what it's about. And I have a friend and a colleague, Jacqueline Dunn. Jackie, she teaches people how to embrace AI and what to learn about it, and she teaches people our age to really, learn how to embrace it. Highly recommend. It kind of goes along with the number 3 about tech. Like AI, I decided I needed to put it in a category all itself because it's so huge and we could so quickly get left in the dust. So that's number 4. Number 5 is get your health in order. Take care of yourself now while you're still, like, we are the youngsters of the elderly. we're, we're the freshman class of old age. That term is going to keep bouncing back. That I keep hearing from. I don't remember who I first heard it from. I wish I did, but we are in the freshman class. We are still active. We are still youthful. We are still mobile. It's not too late. And I have a lot of work to do in this area too. I have got to do more strength training. Got to do that. I've got to work on my flexibility. So you've heard it here, like I'm saying it directly to you. Hold me to it. Working on those things is going to help me later. And then, so those are the 5: financial clarity, get multiple streams of income, keep up with technology, embrace AI and learn about it, get your health in order. And the bonus piece, get your paperwork in order. And I added this because this is on my to-do list. I haven't even begun. And probably especially to my solo sisters out there, but perhaps my sisters who are married and partnered may have similar. I don't have a will. I need to double check that I have beneficiaries on all of my accounts. I think I do, but I'm not 100% sure. And I may need to update some of those. I don't know. But having my paperwork in order, a living will, and how administratively, like, how do I want things taken care of later in life when I'm no longer able to take care of them myself. I actually got like a book that has all the different categories of things to think about. I'll share it with you when I start to go through it. I don't have it with me right now, but just thinking about those things that hanging over your head for later in life, like the more that we can kind of get that squared away now, the better off we're going to be later. So let's do this. I am very hopeful that not only can I continue to have a joyful retirement and live the life that I've been designing for myself, but I can do it in an abundant way that will set me up for my later years, and that I will be well cared for, taken care of, and have that financial support, the financial cushion that I'm going to need to have. I feel optimistic about all those things. But it's going to take some work. It's going to take some action. We're going to need to do some stuff. So those of you who are behind and want to get going, do it along with me. I'll keep you posted. My name is Amy Palmer. I am your GenX Big Sister. I look forward to meeting you on March 7th at the Permission to Pause workshop, where we are going to really dig into designing your pre-retirement. I want to meet you live. It's going to be done via Zoom, and we're going to figure this stuff out together. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Your Gen X Big Sister signing out.